Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Today's video is going to be a nice, short and sweet one for you lot out there. So before we go any further, you've got two things to do. You've got to like this video and you've got to make sure you subscribe to the channel. The goal is 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's quite a big goal, I'm not going to lie, because growing on YouTube can be very difficult unless you're Jesse James West. For some reason, the boy gets endless followers, but he's a good guy, he is a legend, he does do some great content, so that's probably why. Anyway, today's video is gonna be my #1 tip for growing muscle, okay? How do you grow muscle? Now, forget about all the training for a moment, forget about the calorie surplus. I'm gonna teach you guys something that is so simple to do, so effective, and one of the best tips I can give you guys, because it's such an easy thing to do, and such an easy thing to stick to, and that is what it's all about. So without further ado, sit back, relax, enjoy the video, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Just before we go any further, okay, this is a little bit of a disclaimer, if you like, because what I'm about to tell you, my top tip is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. However, it's not the only element that's going to help you grow muscle. Okay, the couple of things we need to understand before in order to grow muscle, and that's obviously you have to make sure you are progressively overloading when you're in the gym. You need to be working your ass off. If you're going to the gym, doing 3 sets of 12 on 3 or 4 exercises and leaving, you are not going to grow muscle mass, okay? You're just not. You also need to make sure you are eating in a calorie surplus. That one is key. But again, same thing, people get this wrong. They end up giving themselves 2,000 or 3,000 surplus, like literally a 2,000 or 3,000 calories surplus. Then they end up feeling shit. They end up feeling bloated. They end up hating the way they feel. They don't feel motivated because they're probably putting on more body fat than they are muscle. So there's a couple of things you have to get correct before you even get going. However, one of my biggest tips is if you've got the training down to a T, you've got your nutrition down to a T, but sometimes you may fall in and out of a calorie deficit / surplus. So what I mean by that is if you're supposed to be in a surplus and then maybe there's a day or two a week where you drop below the calories that you should do, that, if you've got a high metabolism like your boy, that can be very detrimental to actually growing muscle in the first place. So my top tip for you guys, you ready? Drink your fucking calories. That doesn't mean go and drink loads of high sugary drinks, loads of high calorie drinks that you can buy on the market. What I mean is get your ass out of bed nice and early and get the food in ASAP. Get calories in ASAP. What I've been doing on this whole bulk, and what's probably been my #1 thing that I can say has helped me along the way, because I've got a high metabolism and I may drop out of my surplus or down towards maintenance levels, it's not enough for me to build muscle. Not in the sense that I'm not giving myself enough calories to build muscle, because technically I probably am, but if I'm not giving myself enough calories to recover better, then my training sessions aren't then as good. So all these things come into it when you're talking about growing muscle. So what I'm going to show you today is my breakfast meal that I've had pretty much every single day on this calorie surplus that I've been doing now since probably November. I think I come out of my show out like September time, wasn't it? End of September. I kept it quite cool for a little bit and then I went into a slow bulk. So ever since November, I've been doing this pretty much every single day. So I'm going to show you what I have for breakfast every single day, and it's the #1 thing that I can tell you helped me make sure I remain in a calorie surplus. Let's go. So what I mean by don't go and get loads of high calorie drinks that you can buy on the market. You can do that, but the reason I don't do that is because you want to keep the nutrition and the micronutrients as high as you possibly can. So making your own weight gainer shakes is the ultimate king to growing muscle. Don't go and buy a weight gainer supplement because they are full of absolute shit and they make you feel like arse. You're gonna need some ingredients. You're gonna need yourself some oats, some peanut butter, Ghost protein powder, cereal milk. Cereal milk's the one for doing this shake. Some milk, some bananas. These ones are a bit dead, but we're gonna use them anyway. Some protein, fromage frais. That is all it's gonna take, and we're gonna make this shake into around a 1,200 calorie shake. And here's how. I've literally made this shake so often. I don't even need to write it into my FitnessPal before I put it all in there. I'm gonna guess the calories and see if I can guess it right. Obviously I've got to weigh it out. So I'll put all the ingredientes and the weight on the screens. So I'm going to write this down on my notes before I track it, just so you guys know I'm not cheating. Right, so on my notes, as you can see there, I've done 142 grams of banana, 78 grams of peanut butter, 195 grams of protein fromage frais, 200 mils of milk, 105 grams of oats, and 1 scoop of protein powder. Now you might have noticed I've got the red top milk. This is the low calorie milk. I just don't like drinking any other milk. I barely like drinking that one, to be honest with you. I like my dairy that much, unless it's like a yogurt. I just don't like doing it. So I still use the red top milk, or I use that yellow one, that Bob's one it's called. Bob's milk or some shit. Now, I need to add some creatine to this, which is obviously 0 calorie. So what I would normally do though, is I would have a Ghost creatine, which is that one there, which is the size, in my pre-workout / during drink. However, you cannot use, well, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't use the Ghost creatine in this, because this has beta-alanine in it, and you know what beta-alanine is, right? Beta-alanine is obviously the one that gives you the tingles, and it's obviously, that one's not flavoured, but it just won't taste nice in a shake like this. So I do just use a shitty one from My Protein. However, it's just a plain powder, all right? So it's just a plain creatine. All creatine is the same. Obviously, with one with Ghost, it has got beta-alanine, we don't want that. So I'm just going to use a plain creatine. I think, how many scoops is a serving? I don't even know. I hate this product, but I just can't stand My Protein. You can't find anything on the back here. It doesn't tell you how many the scoop is. It's all in different languages. I'm going to go with 3 scoops of that. But you only need 5 grams of it a day, so I've probably gone over that. However, I did miss it yesterday, so we're doing that. All right, so that is going to be the shake, people. Now, I will be honest with you, I have definitely put a lot more peanut butter than I normally do. I normally do 60 grams of peanut butter max, but you saw the tub, it was basically empty, so I can't just leave a little bit in there. It's going to be more like 1,270, but I'll put it all in. I'm going to make this now, and then we'll see what the calories are. When I say I've been making it every single day, I mean I've been making it every single day, down to an absolute T. So good. So the reason I say make your own shakes is because you know exactly what has gone into this shake. It's literally oats, banana, peanut butter, milk, protein powder, and that's all it needs to be. Bit of yogurt. It tastes good. Doesn't make you bloated. It doesn't make you feel shit. And if you guys have been following me for a lot on this channel and on my Instagram, I talk so much about feeling good, because you need to feel good in order to go to the gym and train well. Otherwise, if you're feeling bloated and feeling shitty, your digestive system's going overtime, you're not going to be getting the best out of your training. Right, let me add this into my FitnessPal and show you what the calories are. You see those calories right there? 1264, and I said 1278 or something like that. Look at that, that is absolutely spot on. So you've got 132 grams of carbs, 44.1 grams of fats, and 82.8 grams of protein. High protein, high carb, get this in, guys. I'm telling you now, if you start your morning, every morning with this shake, you're gonna be absolutely laughing when it comes to growing muscle. But just make sure when you're doing this, you need to make sure the training is adding up as well. Make sure the training and the nutrition is matching the goal, and you'll get there a lot quicker. Because if you have got a high metabolism and you're falling out of that surplus, even potentially falling below maintenance and being in a deficit, over time, if you do that twice a week, over time, you're just gonna be, it's gonna take you a lot longer to get to your goal, and you're just not gonna be growing muscle at a quicker rate. So honestly, guys, do this. Make sure you stick to it for a good amount of time and see how far you get. Right guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I know it's been a short and sweet one, but honestly I get so many messages from you guys asking me what my top tip is for growing muscle, and that is honestly it. You need to make sure you are eating in a calorie surplus every single day. Obviously there's a lot more that you need to do as well alongside the nutrition, but this is one of the best things that I can teach you guys. And if you're just starting out your fitness journey, then you should be motivated and you should be very excited to get this going. If you're not, it's probably telling you that you're not in the right mindset or the right mind frame to actually start your fitness journey. I know everyone online always says now's the right time to start, but I don't necessarily agree with that in regards to the goal that you want to get. You need to really understand how and what it takes to get to that goal. We should all be, on a day-to-day basis, picking healthier options, training as much as we can, as much as our body allows us to sometimes, depending on how you can recover. You should all be hitting enough steps in a day. You should always try and preach to live a healthy lifestyle. However, if you are setting yourself big targets to hit in a certain amount of time frame, you do need to make sure you are going to dedicate your time to that. Because if you start something and you've got these social events coming up, it can actually demotivate you that you can't stick to something on your own. Guys, if you want help and you want me to be your coach, click the first link in my bio. You can join my coaching academy for as little as £20 a month, and I can help you get in the shape of your life. Guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Now stay fit, stay healthy, and stay safe.